guys, it's Jennifer with the Passionate Papery Company. I hope you guys are doing well. This is the month of December, the year 2023. And so what I wanted to do was each week I wanted to make something and do it as a giveaway every week and call it December to Remember. And so that's what we're going to do in this week's video. I'm going to post this video, and then at the end of the week I will draw out a winner. And the way you can be entered into the drawing is if you comment in the comments down below, say something, whatever you want to say, and then I will pick out a random commenter and I will send you the thing that I make. So I'm going to do that. This is the first week of December, so I'm going to do this today. I'm going to make something. You can tag along with me, find out how I made it, and then at the end of the week I will draw out a random commenter. All you have to do is comment on the video and I will send it to you for December to remember. So let's get started. I think this week I'm going to make a mini journal or something like that. So I have a piece of, this is not so thin. Hold on, let me get a piece that's really thin. I don't know, maybe this piece is kind of thinner. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to turn it into a mini journal or some kind of journal. I'm not sure yet. So let me think on the size here and cut it down, and then I will be back. Okay friends, so I've got these here. What I did was scored the spine on each of them, you can see here, and then I bent them back to make them kind of flat. So I'm very happy with this. Now, how I'm going to cover this. I'm going to think about this for just a few moments, and then I'm going to look through my things and figure it out, and then I'll be back. Okay friends, so I decided I'm going to paint one with this chalk paint that I have. I think I got this at Walmart. I'm sure you can find it other places, but I'm going to paint one of these this color and see how it turns out. I don't know that I've ever used chalk paint on chipboard, so we're going to find out. Okay friends, this turned out pretty good. Now it's a little wobbly because it's still a little bit wet, but I'm going to set it off to the side and dry. And I'm going to paint the other one. I don't know what color yet, but I'm going to do the same thing with that one. But this turned out pretty good. So, bam, now we know. Okay friends, so now, just because this is red does not mean that I'm going to make it Christmas themed, because I want you to be able to use this for something else. I just made it red because it's Christmas. La 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 la. Just going to wipe that down a little bit. So the next thing I'm going to do is I need to figure out what we're going to put in this and what type of closure we're going to have. So pages. Let me go find some flip through them and kind of fit them in here, and then I will come back. Okay, friends, so I've went through here and kind of pulled out some papers and torn them in half. You can see an old calendar, some blank pages, book pages, some little circle pages, double-sided paper. Let's see how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so now I'm going to go through here and I'm going to fold them over and kind of work them out a little bit to fit in this book. So I'll be back. Okay, friends, so I've gotten it all hooked up here. My signature looks good. Now it's time to figure out what enclosure I'm going to use, or not enclosure. Is that what you call that? The thing to close up the book. You know, I thought about using some elastic, but that's kind of like, I don't know, maybe I should use elastic. I don't know, maybe I should use a ribbon. I'm not sure. So let me look through and see what I've got, and then I'll be back. We'll go from there. Okay, so I decided on an elastic, but I'm not going to do it around the edges. I'm going to do it around the book like this and then tie it up. And I went ahead and just picked one out for this color too. Just picked out like a, I guess it's a creamy white. I'm not sure, but I'm going to do the same thing with that one too. So that's what I'm going to work on next. Okay, so I'm going to glue the back part of this closure down like this and leave the front open so that whenever you open it up, this is loose in the back. But I'm going to put this down with some Laneco glue. The reason I'm using this is because this is a really strong glue. It is like, it will not... what's the word I'm looking for? It dries quick, but it has a really, really strong bond. You can use school glue, and it's probably going to be strong too, but I just like this glue for stuff like this that I know is going to hold pretty good. So I'm just going to paint it on here, paint it on my thing, and clip it down. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll be back. Okay, friends, now I have also decided to put a grommet into the end of the thing just to make sure that it stays still. I've also pulled out one for the other one, but I'm going to set that aside because I've never actually done this before in a piece of chipboard, and I don't exactly know how it's going to turn out. So, the joys of crafting. I have this, what do you call this, Crop-A-Dile 2. I'm not really sure. I don't use this a whole lot. It was gifted to me, and I Actually, I think my mom found it at a yard sale. So I'm just making sure that I'm punching in the right hole here. I don't really know how to use this thing. It's supposed to be one of these deals where you can put an eyelet in, maybe. I'm not sure. And I'm sure you can set all of these things on. I don't really know. But anyway, I know that it punches holes. So I'm going to use this big one right here for this. And I'm going to set it in here and punch a hole in this side of the back where it's at to put the grommet. Yeah. So we'll see. Let's just see how it goes. So there it is. It did punch the hole, but my elastic got a little jammed up in there, which is fine, because I can cut that out with my little cute scissors, which are cute. They're really sharp too. I don't think it's going to prevent me from sticking the hole in there, sticking the thing in there. But now you can see this glue is pretty strong here. So yeah, that hole's good. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be big enough or not. This hole, might have to work this a little bit. I don't know if this hole's going to be big enough for my grommet. Usually I use a, whatchamacallit? I don't know what you call it. A single hole puncher. Okay, so I'm gonna go back with this because I've already pre-punched this hole here. I'm just gonna see if this will now help me make this hole a little bit bigger. I don't know if it will or not because, well, it did. Look at that. It's just amazing what you try. Okay. So I'm gonna put this grommet into this hole. There we go, like that. Just to make sure that this is down securely. Put the little washer flickamajigger on it. Okay, so now I can close up my book like this. Tie a little bow on that sucker, like so. In the front, and it's got some elastic. I like it. Okay, so now let's go back and put my signature in or work on my covers on the inside, and I'm gonna do a little something to reinforce my spine, because you should always reinforce your spine, because really it is just cardboard and you don't want it to, do the thing, just tear. So I'm going to find something to reinforce this, probably some tape and paper, and then I'm going to do something for the inside, and then I'll be back. Okay, so in this case I'm just going to use some gold, what is this, duct tape? You can use tape, you can use fabric. I've got a couple of videos up where you can really use anything to reinforce it. I'm just going to use this duct tape in this particular instance because it's quick and it's easy and it's gold and I like it. So that's good enough for me to reinforce this spine. I'm trying to find my bone folder. Oh, here it is. Don't you just hate that when you make a mess and you can't find anything, even though you just had it like 5 minutes ago? Okay, so I'm going to find something to use on the inside of this. Covers. Could just leave it the red, but I'm going to be extra for you guys because I'm going to give it away to you. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, friends, so I just took a little doily here, and it's not anything tremendously sturdy, but I took a doily and sewed around these papers here, and I'm just going to trim. Anyway, so I'm going to glue it into here, and I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Okay, friends, so I'm just checking out that everything looks good, and I'm liking it so far. Here's the inside. You can put little things in here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my papers over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch around some, not all, but some. Okay, friends, here they are. So I'm just going to clip the stitches, and then we are going to get busy putting this sucker together. Okay, so the next thing that I'm ready to do is to sew this sucker in here. And for those of you who don't know, or you may know, I'm not really sure, the first thing I do is make a template. Now, I already have some templates, and let's just see what the hole size is here for here. Can't fit 4 in there, but I can fit 3. So this is probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to use the same template that I have. Just kind of line it up in there, clip it down, and then I take a sticky something, not a sticky something, you know what I'm talking about, the pointy end of something. I used to use my husband's little tiny screwdriver, but he caught onto that and put it back in his toolbox. So I use this little thing. I'm not sure where I got this. I think it came with something, maybe like some vinyl that I bought with a Cricut. I can't remember. It's something that was like a knockoff brand or something. Some vinyl, and it came with this little thing. So anyway, it's just, you know, pokey. And I'm just going to poke my holes like this. You just shoot it through there. You kind of see that, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to take this template off, and I'm going to line it up inside of the thing, the signature, about the middle where I want it. And I'm going to, you know, make sure that my papers are like I want them. So we can just kind of flip through here and make sure that everything is good to go, in the right direction, that sort of thing. I think it's like I want it. So let me just double check, make sure that it fits in here pretty good, and I like that. So we're going to put the thing in here, and we're going to poke the holes in it. I always use wax just because it's strong. I mean, have you ever really been able to break it with your hands? I don't think so. So anyway, I use wax dental floss. You can see this is, I think this is the Walmart brand. I get a needle and I just sew this book up. Now there are a million tutorials on YouTube and other places on how to sew your books. I don't sew mine like everybody else. I sew mine a little bit different. And so it's basically just go in and out until I'm happy. I like to do it a couple of times just because I like to make sure that it's going to stick in there pretty good. So I'm going to fast forward through this part. Again, there are lots of people that do things. I might do a video one time and just show you how exactly I sew my book, but we'll do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so you can already see the signature turned out great, but this is why I'm not in love with this. I don't know if it's because of the chalk paint or what, but this is just not holding down that great. So I'm going to remove this, come up with plan B. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna work on it. So stick around and I'll be back to let you know what I've come up with. Okay, so what I did was put another grommet on this side and took some trim, and now I'm going to see if I can work it to make a closure for this. I've never done this before, so bear with me. Okay, so I just took 2 pieces of this rickrack trim and put it in there, put it double, how do you call that whenever you do the thing and you make the knot on each side? That's what I did. I'm gonna stay with that for now. Now, I gotta fix this little thing here. I'm going to probably paint it with some red paint, and then of course I'm always gonna do something on here, so that's what I'm gonna work on next. Okay, friends, so I just took some of this paper. It's got some red in it. I kind of like that. I know that that's the back. Sorry, my bad. And I'm just going to glue this down. I really like the way that this looks. And then I can do the same thing that I did here, where I can cut out the hole there. Maybe I'll get it right this time. In fact, let's just go ahead and do that now. Oh, I like it. Okay, so I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine and we'll sew around these edges. Let me do this for the back. Okay, friends, here they are. I forgot to snip some of these stitches. So now I'm going to ink around these puppies and I'm going to glue them down. You know what, I just had a thought that I can make these pockets, but I'm not going to do that. Too much stress for me right now. So I'm just going to ink them. Okay, friends, so I got all that done. Then I took an extra piece of chipboard and I cut it down, painted it red, put a little white piece on there, and I'm going to glue that down there. Okay, friends, so here's the outside, here's the back. still not crazy about this. I might swap that out for something that will tie a little bit better. But for now, we're just going to get busy decorating this little thing, adding some little stuff in here. I went ahead and tore up some of these pages because there are book pages in here, and you need something to, I mean, some of you can probably journal on that, but I'm just going to clip in an extra piece of paper so you can use that for journaling. You know, things like this, that sort of thing. I'm not really sure exactly yet, but I'm going to go through and put some things in here and pretty it up. Just a quick note here, I love this because I'm the type of person that will color these circles in for relaxation. So you can do that too, or whatever you want to do. It's going to be yours whenever I get done with it. So just a thought. Hey friends, I'm back. So I did switch out the ribbon here on the thing because I found this blue ribbon and it matches this here, so I thought that would make it cute. Of course, I've got the little front here, the little thing. So now I'm just going to do kind of a little flip through here, and you can see what I did. So I put this little card in here, I tucked it in. It says believe in yourself. Oh, that's so sweet. And it's blank on the back. Of course, here's the front page. And so what I did was I just went through and clipped little things in here. I didn't do a whole lot because, you know, it's your journal. These are some scraps that I made. There's a video on that somewhere on my playlist. This was just a little piece of ephemera that I had, so I just tacked it in there. Of course, this, you could color on this, tack something in there. I put an extra page here on this book page that you could journal on, and then I just went back and put some of these little ephemera words in here that I've made before, and I will put the link to that video in this video along with this scrap video so that you can go back and look. But I just tacked in some little words here that you might could use. Of course, here's a flap here. Here's another piece of paper for journaling. I just attached another word. Here's another word here. Attached a piece of paper with another little sentiment there. Here I attached some of the paper flowers that I made and some more ephemera that I made. Here is a cluster that I made and just a little stamp thing that I cut out. It's not really a stamp, but it looks like a stamp, and I just inked it up and put it in there. Of course, here's the other little circle page. I put this on the other side of it with another little word. These are the collage pages that I made and just made a copy of. I would like to put the originals in there, but they're just really thick because I did them on watercolor paper, so I just made a copy of it. And then here's the back. It says, having you around makes all the difference in the world, and it's blank too, so you can use that to journal on in the journal. And then of course here's the back. So I'm going to give this away. This video will go up Tuesday, and it will be December the 5th, and I will draw out, no, let me back that up. I will put this video up, it will go up December the 5th. All you have to do to win this or to get this giveaway, not win it, but I'm going to give it away to somebody, is comment in the comments below, some kind of comment. And then on Friday, December the 8th, I will draw out the winner for this. I will pick a random commenter, and then I will comment back that you won, and I will get with you to get your information, and I will get this out to you. So I'm going to do this once every week in December. I'm going to make something. It might not be a journal. It might be something else. And I'm going to give it away for December to remember. So remember to comment. Tell me what you think about this. I hope you like this, and I will see you the next time. Bye.